Somewhere in the Peak District, there's a sleepy little town called Castleton. It's full of quaint little coffee shops and places where you can buy rocks with googly eyes on them. But in the quiet hills above Castleton lies one of the most savage black mountain bike routes that I've ever ridden. We're talking steep, fast, and full of rocks. Believe me when I say, this trail is not for the faint-hearted.
This route is a killer! Oh.
And this time, I may have bitten off more than I can chew. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm above the tiny little town of Castleton and I'm here to ride the Cavedale route. Had to get that right. As you can see, I'm fully strapped up. I've got all the straps on. This is going to be a steep one. It's going to be really, really rocky and I cannot wait. Let's get straight to it. I started my climb up the Pindale Trail that runs right up to the start of the Cavedale descent. If you're riding up from Castleton, it's only about 5 kilometers, but it's fairly steep in places, but totally worth it for the descent.
Oh, this is loose. So Cavedale is a black route, and from what I've seen online, it's quite steep in places and really, really rocky. So what inspired me to pick this route? Well, I don't think I've had a proper hill day on my bike in a while. So I found this route using trail forks, and it looked like a great one. I can't wait.
Reaching the top, the last thing you have to climb is this rocky stile. Your last obstacle before hitting the downhill. There is totally a gate that you can use, but if taking the easy option is your thing, this trail probably isn't for you. The downhill starts quite slow across this field before it heads into the gorge. The grass is the first, last and only time you'll have something smooth to ride on, so make the most of it. The top half of the trail is actually pretty nice. There's a couple of different lines that you can take and a few small lumps and bumps that you can have fun on. With good trails to ride and a cracking view, what more do you need? The only thing that breaks up the flow on this upper section are a couple of gates that you have to navigate. But no big deal. As I got going again, the trail got slightly more bumpy, but nothing that I couldn't take in my stride. In fact, as I blasted my way down, playing on all the features, I started to wonder if I'd gone the wrong way. I was expecting this black trail to be a bit tougher, and so far, the ride had been pretty pleasant. I was expecting a black rocky death trail, but I guess you should be careful what you wish for. But no sooner had I started wondering where all the rocks were, they showed up.
Oh, that is rocky!
And I'm not talking about small manicured rock gardens, these are loose boulders just kicking about all over the trail. Each one ready to just jump out and take you down if you pick the wrong line.
Oh, it suddenly got really loose and rocky. I need to work on my line choice here.
Even on my cube stereo, I felt like I was getting thrown about everywhere, like a rag doll. But that's what I love about trails like these. This is a bridleway used by sheep, walkers, horses and bikes. So it's completely rough and a real challenge to ride over. It gets heavy usage and weather beaten, and that's why it's such a great challenge. You definitely need to keep your head on a swivel on this terrain.
There's only so far ahead you can look when you're trying to navigate the best line.
But foolishly, I thought the upper section was rocky. That was until I saw this.
Oh my god, look at this. This is loose and really rocky, and yep, it's wet. Maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew here.
The trail had changed dramatically. My pace had slowed and I was plunged into what can only be described as a very steep and shallow riverbed.
Really working hard here. Oh, oh, all the rocks move.
Yep, I'm not kidding when I say the rocks are really big and everywhere. At this point, I was really glad that I had a lot of suspension and that my bike is tubeless. But around the next corner, you can see why I said that line choice is so important.
Oh my god, this is like a boulder field.
I know that the difficulty of this would not come across on camera, but I don't think I've ever worked harder to pick an acceptable line to ride, or tried so hard to stay upright on my bike. But the further I made it down, the more I felt like I was getting the hang of it. I really felt like I was starting to find my rhythm. But as the old saying goes, pride comes before a fall. As I was threading the needle on this narrow section, I hit a patch of deep rocks and my bike dug in. At this point, my foot slipped off the pedal and I was fully hanging off the back of my bike. I even caught the exact moment that my foot left the pedal only a second earlier. Not a great position to be in. But somehow I managed to hold it together.
That was close. Woo!
I don't know how I did it, but I was still upright on my bike. I had safely made it down to the bottom part of the gorge, but only just. Down here, I think you'll agree that the scenery is pretty epic. The whole gorge is such a crazy landscape, and it's not every day you get to ride somewhere this amazing. But I wasn't focusing on the scenery. After my little mishap, I was keeping my eyes firmly on the trail. Coming towards the end, the Cavedale Black Trail tries one last time to throw you off your bike. You have another narrow, loose, rocky section before you're home free. Although this wasn't a clean run down for me, I'll take it. I'd made it to the bottom unscathed with myself and my bike in one piece.
Oh, well that was close. Oh my god. Woo! Coming down that, at one point I was fully off my bike. I don't know how I managed to stay on. That was absolutely insane.
So mishaps aside, I thoroughly enjoyed this trail today. It was definitely a challenge, but it was awesome fun too. And what can I say? A truly stunning location to have a bike ride. I hope you enjoyed watching my antics today. Remember to subscribe to the channel to see more of the action. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.